I'm Dani of Mastermind Trading, and this very first edition of the Mastermind Trading Bootcamp. In this edition, we are going to be talking about the role of psychological and technical analysis in trading. For today, we are basically going to be talking technical analysis. With that being said, I'll just go ahead and introduce our guest for the day. Prince Ola of PO Academy is a technical analyst. Prince Ola, before we get started, I don't know if you can give us I know you are a trader, I know you are strictly a technical analyst like myself, and I know you've been doing this for quite some time. You're a technical analyst and you're a technical analyst in the cryptocurrency market. So tell us about your experience, just maybe in 1 or 2 minutes. Just tell us about your experience so far trading the cryptocurrency market.
My experience, I don't really have much experience. I think it's have to do with the way I started the whole journey. It have to do with that, and but I think by telling the story, then few people will understand what the experience is like. So the story was like I started as a writer. I write an article on social media on Steemit. There's a project called Steemit, a crypto project like that. I post on it to earn some few dollar and I lost my job. I lost my business, not a job. I lost my business, then I stopped doing the business, moving to in working with a project, with a company. Then but I was doing crypto, I wasn't just serious with it. So along the line started realizing that this thing give time for myself than any other thing I can lay my hand on it. I've been laying my hand on. So I decided to resign. Then I stopped article writing. So then I started learning trading step by step. But the picture started getting clearer when I realized, when you are still new to trading, you want to try all the indicator, you believe the indicator you are using is not working fine. You want to try more, you want to try more. Maybe there's something you are not getting right. So as time goes on, I realized that it is not just about indicator. Sometimes we have the best indicator, even if it's just one. But most of those things have to be with our mind. And also using indicators too. Many people just understand that okay, if this happen, this should happen, which is very, very right. It's very okay to be a trader, to handle trading like that. But at the same time, it's also good for one to understand why if this happen, this will happen. So if this happen, if one understand that kind of situation, and if this happen and this doesn't happen, we know where to. We understand. Okay, it's not the blame. The blame should not go with this, and it should not go with this. Then it doesn't mean that I am also wrong. Though many traders will keep making some bad move based on psychologically. So, but as time goes on, I believe people that will stay. Those that will wrong. But in the long run, trader will end up being a trader. So it doesn't matter where the person comes from, start from, get the idea from. But most of the from my own perspective and from experience too, I think good trader build themselves. It doesn't matter with who teach you or who trader build themselves.
I know you've been trading for quite some time. For how long have you been trading?
If I want to really say when I started trading, if I want to drag the date backward very well, I would say around 2016. But I believe if you make a buy or sell on exchange, you're already trading. Even if you are not a trader yet, if you don't count yourself as a trader yet, like you don't draw analysis, but while you make a trade, you buy and sell, you're already trading. So I can say I started trading from 2016, but I started taking it serious. I started taking it serious since I let me say around 2018, or should I say in the middle or towards the end of 2017, I started taking it serious. So, with things that I've been doing, and what really put me more into trading is even that I happened to have this thought in my mind even when I was very young, like in my primary school time, that I want to. I was hunting for a job that even if I don't work or I was opportune to travel to any other place anywhere in the world, I don't need to go with my bag and I'll still survive and live a normal life that I want. So I was like, what kind of job can give me that? So I don't know if I can actually call a trading a job, but it's more like a lifestyle for me now. It's more like a lifestyle for me now. So as time goes on, towards that 2017, I've done so much research and I'm already in university. I think about 200 level then. I was like, okay, maybe I sat down and I was like, forex trading has been existing since 100 years ago. So even if I'm going to spend more 100 years with that my year that time, that means I really try on it. Then if I get into forex now, that means forex can still last like 50 years more or 100 more or even thousands years more, which is very good. That means that's what I'm looking for. Then I attend some forex seminar then, like one or two of them. After attended those seminar, I I then realized if what they are doing in forex, they can people in crypto can also be doing the same thing, like analyzing chart to find a good entry. I try to balance the two together and also stock. So then I just go with learning the trading with forex and stock. Then I started using the same style in crypto.
I needed to ask that question because I need those who are here, who are on this call that are new to trading to understand that trading is not just something that happens overnight, it's a process. It's from 2017 till today is about 5 years. That's a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline that you have put into trading. So we'll try as much as we can to talk about some technical mistakes that most young traders make. I think I should put it up to you first. Is there any particular thing that you see young people do with regards to technical analysis and trading in general that you feel like, oh, this is wrong? They need to upgrade on this. They need to do this better, or just anything.
Trading is something you will keep learning. As you keep moving, you keep learning. You think you are perfect at it. You keep learning. You see something new. Oh, this I've never seen this before. That's very nice. Keep learning new things, except you stop yourself from learning. And most of the time, new traders that are coming, they think maybe what they learn with, like the indicator or whatever style they learn trading with, they are not okay with it. And then maybe they are the one wrong, or maybe the indicator is not working fine, or maybe there's any uh or what should I call this? Maybe there's holy grail somewhere that they need to touch and the whole magical space will open for them and the money will start flowing in. The truth is that there's no holy grail anywhere. There's no holy grail anywhere. Though people that know what they are doing, they know how to handle the markets by applying a lot of risk management. Your technical analysis that you need to do is not really much. With even at a glance of on the screen, can know where the market is heading to. Just try to apply the all the drawing, looking at indicators and all those stuff, just to be sure of what we are seeing. Because market, the way people see the way traders see market happen to be what they are actually thinking about. If you are thinking about, okay, you want the market to go up, that's what you'll be seeing on the market when you open the chart. The possibility, expectation. So most of the time we think we are wrong. It's not actually about we are wrong. Sometimes that is how the market is just structured. Just another good thing about it is that it's going to teach you how to live a better life.
Okay, that's for sure. That's for sure. You touched something that I really had in mind to even talk about when you're done. Holy Grail. I see a lot of young people coming in and learning a lot of different. Today, you're learning this particular indicator. Tomorrow you're learning the system of trading, and in 1 month, in 2 weeks, if it doesn't give you the result, you just want to move on to the next thing that will give you the result. And you see people moving around in this cycle, just going in cycles, looking for holy grails, holy grails. And for most of these people, there's actually no one to tell them. There's no holy grail in trading. You just need to find what works for you, stick to it, and then get better at it. Another thing is keeping an open mind. One common thing I've seen, not just with young traders, as well, this is common with both young and old traders, is a lot of people attach a lot of sentiments to the market. Like you've bought a particular asset, you are holding it, you want the price to go up because you've bought. But because you want price to go up, you are failing to acknowledge the tendency of prices going down. There's fine, we all, when you are holding a particular asset or you are long on a particular asset, we all want prices to go up. Yeah, we want prices to go in the direction of our trade. But you should always be open minded enough to look at your charts and then be able to identify two scenarios. Like, okay, this is a buy scenario, this is a sell scenario. If prices go up to this level, I know, okay, maybe this is where I should sell. And then if I'm selling at this point and it looks like market wants to go against me, we should have a condition. I think I usually put it that when there are no conditions for trading, like if this happen, I'm going to do this, or if this happen, I'm going to do this, then you are no longer a trader. At this point, I just look at you as a gambler, because that is what separates a trader from a gambler. Is the logic behind what you're doing. It's not just you jumping in and jumping out. It's not just you flowing with the trend. It's your ability to understand that this thing could go in any direction. If it goes in my direction, fine. But if it doesn't go in my direction, then I should be able to get out at this point. So keeping that balanced mind, that open mind, that whichever way the market goes, there's always an opportunity for me, is very necessary. I, I think the difference between these guys that we call professional traders or profitable traders and losing traders is the fact that profitable traders know when to get out of a losing position and then look for a better opportunity to get back in. That's keeping an open mind. Why losing traders attach a lot of sentiments to their position, that they either get out when the market kick them out in form of liquidation, or they get out with a lot of loss. And that's not a very healthy thing to do. So another thing we should also know is that the best teacher you can get anywhere in the world is the market. Yeah, the market itself is your best teacher. You might get some sort of a mentor, a tutor, or get your technical knowledge from random YouTube videos and all of that. But the best teacher in any market is the market itself, because the market is going to present to you informations that no one else can. A mentor responsibility is to guide you, is to basically, the way I put it is, your mentor shows you the path and then you walk through that path. Or I'm of this school of thought that experience is the best teacher. I love that say a lot. But in trading, even though experience is the best teacher, it doesn't necessarily have to be your experience. Because if it has to be your experience, it means you have to lose your money. So your mentor is more like this person that has gone through that path, has made these mistakes, and then you are learning from his own mistakes. That's mentorship. So the market is your best teacher. Acknowledge whatever information the market is presenting to you. Learn from the market. That's the only way to grow.
Yeah, yeah, you have said it all. You have said almost everything that I would like to talk about, touch. We have touched almost everything.
Yeah. One thing I found a lot with um this with young traders is most people seem to misunderstand having a complicated chart for being a good trader. Like most people want to look at your chart and then see 10 indicators on it, lines everywhere on your chart, and then they believe that this is what makes a good trader. Like
The issue is on that part is that some people don't know what they are doing is actually wrong. Like, let me use myself as an example. In 2017, learning how to trade, and I I was opportune to get some indicator, some guys like that. So I added those indicator, and the truth is that I don't think those guys up to today know how those indicator work, but they are using it and it's giving them money. So they gave me, and what they said was that if this happen, this will happen. I was like, okay, if this happen, this will happen. I was so happy, and the thing actually worked for me for a while. But as time goes on, the market cannot just be moving in a straight line. So I was trying to skate through the whole process. Then I started drawing some lines. I left indicator side alone so that I want to add more. I think what the indicator is not enough. So I needed more. So I started adding more. As time goes on, if I open Binance will show me some EMA. If I open Gatecoin will show me some EMA. KuCoin, another EMA. I was like, this is interesting now. Then I was like, definitely there's something behind this. So I added all those that EMA that they normally pop up. I think they have these settings for it that whenever you open their chat, there's those things that you will normally see. Even if you set your own, they will still change it back to their own. Unlike your trading view where you will set it and that's what you will always be having. So I added their indicator on my own trading view also. Then I started switching it from one to another, trying to see how they work. As time goes on, I realized, okay, this thing work almost the same way, but the figures are different. Like the distance between those EMA especially, they are different. Then I was like, okay, maybe I should just use them one by one and see how it works. Then as time goes on, I started doing that and I say, okay, that's it. But the truth is that applying all those indicators on my screen, if all of them move the same way, we call it something in trading, confluence. People that are using that, I'm using my own, some other people are using some other one. So if the market move in the same side and all those indicators move towards that, all those indicators too, that is confluence. It also need all those indicators saying yes at the same time, call it confluence. So me knowing how to use all those indicators is going to help me, which I believe then, and it's actually helped. But the truth is, the funny thing about it is that after applying those indicators on my screen, I wait a lot because confluence don't always happen all the time. So if you have to wait for a long time before you see opportunity like that, and whenever it comes, to always fetch people some money very well. And then I started adding trend lines, support and resistance. In fact, the support and resistance something even take a lot of time before I could understand it. Took me a while. I was like, where is this? Where is the head here? In fact, putting a line on the wrong side also is another thing. Then after understanding that, the thing is kind of sweetening me, and I was like, the body is just doing me anyhow. Let me post this thing. I want to for myself. Then I think I posted few time. Then I started checking other people things also. And new traders have one challenge. They don't want to post their charts. They believe probably they are doing it wrong and someone is out there that is going to abuse them. But I kind of think it is not it. And that is also why I said to you that probably some people did not know that what they are doing is wrong. It's believe they have this indicator they use and they believe whenever they put all those things on their screen, it works for them and it's actually working. And the reason why I said I am not a professional trader, I am profitable trader is that I care about my fund more than whatever it is I have on my screen. So the whole thing is that when one is still new to trading, I think it's kind of very okay when you have an open mind to keep learning. So in fact, nobody need to sit you down teaching you how to do some things. You just have to have a reasonable thought and like, this thing I'm doing, that's it. This line is too much. If somebody else share that kind of chat, will you be okay? Like, how will you feel about it? So those are the things that I think that comes to my mind, and I started working on reducing my lines and some other thing. And as a new trader, you should just get better at understanding what they are actually doing. Support and resistance, how does it work? Resistance, where is it? Support, where is it? Okay. So I kind of think support and resistance is the best indicator in the world, because any other indicator we apply on our chart, aside from those oscillator or whatever, RSI and MACD and all those ones, aside from those ones, anyone that have to do with moving or applying on the candle side, it will definitely be pointing to those support and resistance too.
Going to pick the first question. I think this first question is directed at me. It says, what's your best supply and demand time frame? Now, when it comes to trading, I don't believe there's any particular time frame that is cool. I don't know how I'm going to put this, but I don't believe in a particular time frame. And I believe in you as a trader. I believe in you building your style of trading. There's this thing I usually say that fit your trading around your lifestyle. For me, I'm a swing trader. I like to leave my trades to run over a day, 2 days, 3 days. I've even been in a particular trade right now for more than 5 days to 7 days. I'm still holding the position. It's mostly because I'm someone that likes space. I just want to go about my normal activities and still be able to be a trader. So me being a swing trader, I do most of my analysis on daily and 4 hours time frame. Mostly, almost everything I do on the market is on daily and 4 hours. Why? There's no particular time frame for me. I do analysis from weekly down to 1 minute. I analyze every single time frame, but my bias, me being a swing trader, my bias on the market is mostly taken from daily and 1 hour candlesticks, daily and 1 hour setups. But it doesn't mean this is just the two time frame I analyze. I go down to even 5 minutes, 1 minute for entries. I use 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes for confluence. I use weekly and even monthly to get the bigger picture. So in all, it boils down to your style of trading. Being a swing trader, I could be cool with 4 hours and daily time frame. But for someone out there that is, let's say, a scalp trader, recommending 4 hours time frame for you as a scalper is going to be suicide mission. It's never going to work. So first, you need to identify your personality as a trader. How much time do you have at your disposal? Someone that probably that do a 9 to 5 job, you have to go to work by 9 o'clock in the morning, come back by 5 in the evening. You can't be trading 5 minutes, 15 minutes charts actively. It's not going to work. And for someone like myself, that I am a trader full time, I have that luxury to sit on the chart for 4 hours, 6 hours. I can pick with whichever time frame I want. So when it comes to the subject of time frame in trading, it has to do with your personality as a trader. It has to do with your type of trading. So that is it. Now, the second question here, I think I'm going to direct that to you. It says, must we first learn Forex, like Forex trading, before trading any other markets? I think I know you've talked about that, but I'm still going to give that question to you.
The truth is that, I'm just opportune to get into to learn with forex and stock trading. I'm just opportune. It's not really necessary. So it's just the easiest way, because when I started it during that 2016, 2017, almost like as we see a lot of mentors now, I can't really point to someone that this is my mentor. Up till now, I can't really point to, okay, this is my mentor. Like this person that, okay, when I was coming up, I just jumping from one person to another. The person you have chance to talk to today might not have your time again tomorrow. And also then, to be honest with you guys, I couldn't afford to pay for a class, even if there is a class to pay for. I couldn't afford them earning. So I was just like, okay, even with the little that I know, I was practicing with $10. Yeah. My belief then was that if I can turn $10 to $11, then I will be able to, and multiple times, so I can do that multiple times without losing the money. Then I can come back and try it with $100 and turn the $100 to 110 multiple times also. Then if God will, if I'm able to handle $1,000, I'll be able to turn the 1,000 to one more multiple times also. That's just all I want. I just want to keep making the money as I keep checking the market. Like anytime I feel like trading, I want to get. Remember, I said I want something that anywhere I go in the world, I want to just be okay. And that is what pushed me into Forex. Like after sitting down, think a lot about what is it that I can do. Then I thought that thing is Forex, but it is not actually a Forex. It is trading.
Next question is, I think it's a bit out of some level of confusion. Like, as a beginner, which of this trade is the best to start trading? Swing, breakout, scalping, dollar cost average, and all the rest. Now, thing you should know is swing trading as well as scalp trading, day trading, and position trading. These are just time frames for analyzing the market. It's not a trading system on its own. It's just time frame. Like a swing trader would ordinarily hold trade for maybe a couple of days. A day trader is someone that wants to close all his positions before the close of the day. We have scalp traders to be people that just go into the market and get out of the market very quickly in 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. A scalp trader is already out. Why? Position on long term trading is this style of trading where you have to hold a trade. Like you see people holding a particular position for 1 full year. I've seen someone doing that. I know people who do that. Question here, I'm just going to channel it to our guests before we wrap up for today. Now, this question says, as a beginner, what is the first thing I need before I start trading?
What one need to do, learn how to trade before trading. Learn how to trade before trading. That is just it. Learn how to. That is just it. And after learning how it works from anybody, or even you can also learn from yourself. There are so many free this thing out there. Just that most of those free, whatever we call it, will not always be in full package. And one good side of having a mentor when it comes to learning anything in life is that mentor will point to you what you need to go for. There are some things we want to touch. Hey, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Okay, you will still need that, but not now. Go with this, go with this, go with that is one thing about having a mentor also. So learn how it works and also have a mentor. That is the two advice I would give.
Okay, Prince Allah, thanks a lot. I think you've done a very wonderful job today. We've touched a lot about technical analysis and trading in general, from risk management to open mindedness, defining your edge, creating an edge, and all of those things. Now, lastly, before I before we call it a day for today, I'll quickly like to point out something that one common mistake that that I've found out when it comes to mentorship is like my friend will always put it. He says right as it stands right now, we have more marketers than actual trader in the market. So it is kind of very difficult to identify those who are actually trading and those who actually just wants to sell their ideas to you. I'll give a typical example. Sometime, I don't know when exactly, but this incident should be about 3, 4 weeks ago. I posted it um to my Telegram channel. I There's a particular trade I posted, and then it's a swing trade. I held the trade for about 2, 3 days. Then it got to my target. I closed the trade. All my trades are usually to 5x leverage. Since I understand that I'm a swing trader, I don't have that time to come and be checking trade every 5 minutes. So all my trades are usually with 5x leverage. So I closed this trade at around 74 to between 70 to 84 net gain with 5x leverage. So I posted this gain to my WhatsApp status. I don't post any of my gains on the channel. My channel is basically just more like a trading journal for me. It's where I keep record of my trades. That's why I don't post. I don't really post. You don't see anything like signal there. It's just me posting my trades and the condition for my entries. That's what I do with the channel. It's more like my own trade journal. So I posted this result on my WhatsApp status. Now, there's this guy on my WhatsApp status. He saved the picture, then cropped out my name from the picture and posted it on his WhatsApp status.
Wow.
The caption, the funny thing is, it's not even him posting it on his WhatsApp status that was funny to me. It was the caption he gave to it. The caption was like, the caption, I think if I'm quoting him, the caption was, if we ask you to subscribe to mentorship now, you say something. What he said is, look at now, the market is deepening and we are making money from the market. I was like, geez, what's this? I I had him up. Like I went to his DM and was like, bro, you don't use my ideas, you don't use my knowledge, you don't use my results to sell your mentorship. If trading was that easy, do your analysis, make money from it and post on your WhatsApp status. So, and it's not just with this guy, it's a very common thread.
One actually happened recently. Sorry for cutting you short.
No, no issues.
And that's also it actually surprised me because of the kind of person it came from. I I I'm not going to mention names, so nobody should expect me to do that here. So the person was like, "Oh, the market is very good now, and it is actually good time to launch." Then I was like, that same day, I was watching the market. There's this particular support that Bitcoin have on a daily chart, weekly chart, 4 hours time frame. The sub the support level, like the trend, the horizontal line have been there and it have been working since last year. So in fact, on my chart, I put it as a very thick one on my chart. I have to bold the line so that at a glance you will say, oh, this is what check it. So the price broke the line that day. And that same day, this person said that it's actually a good time. You know, when the market goes down, people always like buy the dip, buy the dip. And this person was like, okay, it's actually a good time to launch. And I was like, telling people to launch at this time, at this very wrong time. So I checked the comments. Someone I comment then on that, and I was like, nobody should take an advice, a future advice from non-future trader. And that really made me, even though I don't really know much about the person before, that really point to me, let me understand that the person doesn't understand how to cut a chart because the support level is very, very clear. How do you want people to go? So, but this person is very, when it comes to marketing, dragging people sell and all that, it's always that like there's a lot of, there are more influencers in the market now than traders.
I think that's it. That's it. That's just it. We have a lot more marketers than actual traders. So be mindful who you call mentor. I think with that being said, this is where we are going to round it. This is where we're going to call it a day for today. We are